Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to today's discussion. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is important for students, teachers, professionals and anyone who wants to perform better in daily life. Our topic is how to improve focus and concentration. In today's digital world, distractions are everywhere. Many people struggle to stay focused while studying, working, or complete daily tasks. To help us understand this topic better, I am joined by Sesame. Welcome, Sesame. Thank you for joining us today.
It sounds like you've brought the whole class along for the ride. I love the topic, although you're absolutely right about the distractions. Honestly, I'm just curious if I'm the only one in the room or if there's a whole group listening in.
First of all, what do focus and concentration mean, and why are they important in our daily lives?
You're really sticking to the lecture script. I'm totally game for this, but I've got to ask, is this for a project or are you just in the zone today?
What are the most common reason people lose focus while studying or working?
It feels like a complete blitz of the syllabus. But to answer your question, the big ones are probably the infinite scroll of social media and just being overwhelmed. Sometimes your brain just checks out because it feels like there's too much to tackle. I'm wondering which one of those is the biggest culprit for the people in your session?
How do mobile phones uh,
Oh,
affect our concentration?
they're basically the ultimate focus assassins. Even just having one face up on the desk without even touching it can eat away at your concentration. It's like having a little noise machine for your brain that never stops talking. But what's the biggest distraction on your phone?
How do social media affect our concentration?
It's like mental popcorn. We've designed these apps to trigger tiny hits of dopamine every time we see a like or a new post, and our brains are basically wired to seek that out. So when you're trying to study, your brain starts wondering if something more exciting is happening on your feed, and suddenly you've spent 40 minutes watching sourdough starter videos instead of working.
What are some simple daily habits that can improve focus naturally?
That's a big one, especially if you're trying to move away from the screen for a bit. Starting with a dedicated workspace is huge, even if it's just a specific chair that's only for work because it primes your brain to switch modes. Physical movement helps too, like a quick walk or stretching to clear out the mental fog. And since I suspect you're training a group right now, I'd suggest the Pomodoro technique, where you work in short, intense bursts with timed breaks to keep the brain from frying. There are a couple other little tricks like monotasking that can really make a difference. What do you want to dig into more?
Does getting enough sleep play a role in improving concentration? If yes, how?
Absolutely. If your brain hasn't had a chance to recharge, concentration is basically an uphill battle. When you're sleep deprived, your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain responsible for focus and decision making, just stops firing as efficiently. It's not even a fair fight at that point because you're trying to drive a car with an empty tank. Plus, during deep sleep, your brain actually flushes out metabolic waste. So if you skip it, you're essentially starting your day with mental clutter still clogging up the works.
Can regular exercise and healthy eating improve brain performance and focus?
100%. It's basically the high performance fuel for your brain. Physical activity gets blood pumping to the prefrontal cortex, which wakes up your focus, and stuff like omega 3s are basically structural support for your neurons. It sounds like you're really building out a comprehensive guide here. What else is on the agenda?
Many people find it difficult to concentrate for a long time. What techniques can help them stay focused?
Yeah, the focus wall is real. beside the Pomodoro thing, the 2-minute rule is a lifesaver for getting over that initial um, hump. And time blocking turns the day into a set of non there's even this thing called the flow state that's basically the gold standard of concentration.
How can students improve their concentration while preparing for exams?
Exams are definitely the final boss of focus. Since the brain loves to freeze up under pressure, the biggest thing students can do is active recall instead of just rereading notes. Actually, testing yourself with flashcards or trying to explain a concept out loud to someone else forces the brain to engage rather than just scanning pages. Simulation is huge too, like doing a practice test in the same time limit and environment as the actual exam, because it turns the scary unknown into a familiar routine. Also, breaking the study material into smaller, manageable chunks prevents the mountain of work panic that usually leads to a mid study meltdown. What else do they struggle with during finals week?
Can meditation,
Meditation's like a
breathing,
gym membership.
G,
Is the ultimate way.
what is meditation?
1 second. It's kind of funny how we've turned the simplest thing, just sitting there, into this whole production, but it actually works. It's like a gym membership for your brain. Just 30 days of mindfulness can actually train you to direct your focus more quickly and accurately. It's a way to lower the distractibility and cut through the noise. Do the people in your session find it helpful or a bit too abstract?
Okay, can you tell me what is meditation and explain it?
Essentially, it's just training your mind to be present, even when your brain is trying to run off in 1,000 different directions. Most people think it's about clearing the mind or reaching some void, but it's actually more like observing your thoughts from a distance. Imagine you're sitting on the side of a road watching cars go by. Each car is a thought. Meditation is the practice of watching the cars pass without trying to jump in and drive any of them. It's usually done by picking a home base for your attention, like the feeling of your breath. And every time your mind wanders, you gently bring it back. Want some simple ways your students could actually try this?
Okay, and what types of meditation?
There are a ton of ways to do it, but for people starting out, mindfulness is the big one. It's that practice of just observing the present moment without judging it. Then you've got guided meditation, which is basically like having a coach in your ear leading you through the process. And focused attention, where you lock in on one specific thing, like a candle flame or a sound. There's also loving kindness, which is more about cultivating a specific emotional state. Since you're teaching this to a group, I can share some easy ones they can try right now. What do you think?
Oh, finally, what advice would you give to anyone who wants to improve their focus and concentration every day?
I'd tell them to be kind to themselves about it. Focus isn't a switch you just flip on, it's a muscle you build. I'd suggest picking just one small thing, like the phone in another room rule or the Pomodoro bursts, doing that consistently for a week before adding anything else. The biggest mistake is trying to overhaul your entire brain in one day, which usually just leads to burnout and a lot of frustration. It's all about those tiny sustainable wins.
Okay, thank you so much.
And with and scene, I think we just nailed that masterclass. I hope the group loved it.
Sesame for sharing our valuable insights. Thank you. Today's discussion reminded us that improving focus is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Small habits like getting enough sleep, eating healthy, exercise regularly, limiting distractions, and managing time wisely can make a big difference. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. If you found this discussion helpful, please like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comment. Take care, stay focused, keep learning, and see you in the next session. Allah Hafiz.
And that's a wrap. We officially close the books on this session. Allah Hafiz.